So this is, if you couldn't tell here, he's in the stance, he hits me, I try and burst, and he counters it with Leo's option out of there, the counter out of his stance. This is one of those things which, in retrospect, feels very stupid and obvious to me. So I've been playing a little bit of Leo in preparation to better prepare for this matchup, and I didn't know until relatively recently that his counter is just a button out of the stance. It's not a motion, which means you can do it on reaction. Like, you can just have it's D out of the stance. You can have that ready to go. You can Gatling into it from the looks of it. You can probably option select it. I wouldn't be surprised. And so before, when I got my burst countered like that, I was always super impressed. I was like, oh wow, this is a really hard read. Now, it might have been a hard read because that was a pretty predictable burst point, but it's just so easy to be hitting the fast buttons and then react to the blue flash and press D that if I hadn't known how the character played, I would have been giving him way more credit. And it wasn't until this specific moment where it clicked, and I was like, oh, that's actually not that hard. And so because of that, I should stop bursting. Yeah, so Marin says it's an OS. I didn't know that at first. Now that I know that, I am able to, now I just know that I shouldn't burst there, right? But if you remember, like, sometimes I bring up this Machabo Guilty Gear Fundamentals post that was translated a while ago, and it's super good. And there's something he says about how until you understand the game, you don't get to play the player, right? This is one of those moments for me where it's like, oh, I'm not, like, I thought I was playing the player, but he's just playing the game here. If I had known what this situation is, then I should have just expected that he would have had the OS ready to go. And so I shouldn't have even bursted at all, right?
Oh my god.
And, like, the impact actually of that isn't just, like, game theoretical. It's also, you could consider it like mental damage, right? If I think that I just got hard read, that's a super rough download that he just made, and I'm gonna feel outclassed. But knowing that it was just a thing that you could do normally, right? That it's probably some tech which beats burst, was enough to make me not get tilted or not get scared, right? So much of this game is psychological, and just knowing that thing was enough to help me, like, recover from getting my burst baited in losers finals when it's 2-2 and I'm losing, right?